This is Uchemefo again. Um, for quite some time now, I decided to keep off. Not so because, not only because I had a lot of issues to sort out, but also it's also important that sometimes you give time to see a lot of things play out on their own. And I can tell you that since that time, a lot of water has passed under the bridge. And there are so many things to talk about this evening on this broadcast. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it could mean that I may have to take some break and then come back at some point. But I want to make some things very critical, very important in the circumstance. There are so many things that have been going on for quite some time now, and people decide to keep quiet. Some other people decide not to keep quiet. People like us are not keeping quiet. We take records on what is going on. And I will want to start with the group of criminal gangs in Biafra land set up by the supreme liar, Nnamdi Kanu, to be slaughtering innocent, vulnerable, unarmed civilian Igbo population, slaughtering men and women, sons and daughters of Igbo land in cold blood, unprovoked, for goodness sake, in cold blood and in peacetime. And then all these are going unabated. And at the end of the day, they will tell you, oh, it is Fulani. It is which Fulani are we talking about here? They claim that they are in control of the East. They are in control of the security of the Southeast. Let me put it that way. Because sometimes they make bogus claims that they are in charge and in control of South as well. So let me give it to them. They are Agune Chamber of Igbo land on the Aneche Obodo. And they claim to be looking or going after Fulani herdsmen, killer Fulani herdsmen. And today you can see it. A lot of killings, a lot of kidnappings, a lot of slaughtering in cold blood of Igbo sons and daughters are being carried out by these criminals that Nnamdi Kanu recruited under ESN. In some cases, and as he sued them, they answer different names. They answer autopilot, they answer the Federal Republic government in exile, they answer IPONC, IPOB, they answer what other name again? So many names. In some cases, they answer ESN. But they are the unknown men we have in Igbo land today. The question we keep asking is if the people killing Igbo sons and daughters are actually foreigners and they come from elsewhere, why is it that after every incident, those arrested are all Igbos? And they also confess to committing those crimes. So who are we deceiving? If they are the king or the kings and the protector of Igbo land, or in fact the entire Biafra land, where were they when the killer herdsmen in port, as they say, come to kill and molest our women and children? Where are they? So if they are actually in control and outsiders are coming in to commit these crimes, it means that they are either not having the capacity to contain the enemy, they are weak, they don't have what it takes, or they are complicit or in collaboration with the enemies. And the third option is that they are the people committing these crimes. And I take the third option. And if I'm pushed further, I will prove it with beyond reasonable doubt that these people are barbarians. Now, recently, after they found out that they can no longer continue to commit these crimes, they started changing the narrative by saying that, oh, they are no longer violent. That IPOB in quote, but it is IPOM because Nnamdi Kanu has turned it to indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. They keep trying to exonerate themselves. But the question is, at what expense? At the expense of slaughtering wickedly slaughtering Igbos and daughters in cold blood, kidnapping some, and after paying ransom, they still go ahead and kill that person. So after, deliberately, intentionally killing, slaughtering these sons and daughters of Igbo land, you now come out and begin to deny that you are never violent. Who are we deceiving? And then some people who are supposed to speak up are not speaking up. They are on daily basis exonerating IPONC, IPOB, exonerating ESN unknown government. In a bid to find favor. And I'm asking, if you are doing this in a bid to find favor with criminals who are actually into full-time criminality, where they earn a lot of money from kidnapping, So what are you trying to protect? These are the people who are at the helm of our affairs, in position of decision making. And if you are afraid to speak the truth, that will advance the progress politically, culturally, socially, development of our people, of Igbo land, then when will you tell the truth? Is it when you are in your grave? So it is very important that our people who are in position of authority not just take that position seriously, but conduct themselves responsibly. We want responsive and accountable leadership, not the kind of things we are seeing today. And so, what am I saying here? It is very obvious that IPONC, IPOB are today denying all the atrocities that they committed. Their supreme liar, now the Canadian greats, has now seen that he's going nowhere with that criminality. And this is the challenge I give to them. That's the challenge we give to them. Let us see how you are going to restore Biafra or achieve Biafra with your criminality. And the chicken is coming home to roast, as we see today. It's every day it is, unfolding before our eyes. So who is vindicated? Right, today we are hearing, of course it's on record, that Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme liar, and his legal representatives have asked for out-of-court settlement. They have asked for political solution. They are actually besieging the office of the Attorney General of the Federation of Nigeria with a view to negotiate out of court. There's nothing wrong there. But my problem with this people is that after doing all these things, they will deny that they are doing it. You are now asking for out-of-court settlement. You are now asking for amnesty through the back door. You are now asking for political solution to discontinue the case. But you are not truthful to yourself. After doing that, you come out again, what is already in the open. You come out to deceive the public. So my issue with them is that they must direct, they must advise the public truthfully and appropriately and responsibly too. That's not what the Supreme Liar and the Kanu's legal representatives are doing. You cannot eat your cake and then have it back again. It can either be one. It's either you eat it or you don't eat it. And it remains where it is. So if you are going for political solution, come out with your bold, with your full chest and admit to it that you're going for political solution so that people will know where you're doing, what you're doing. You cannot be acting in the realm of the spirit at the same time acting in the realm of humans. It cannot work like that because you are not spirit. Only a spirit can do that. So these are the issues I have with them. But when I'm talking, you will look as if, oh, I have any special issue. No. What you're doing, my own is whatever you're doing, be truthful in what you're doing. Be truthful in advising the public. They are deceiving, misleading the public. They asked for political solution. They asked for out of court settlement from Nigerian government. And now they turn around with their propaganda to begin to say that it is the federal government of Nigeria that is asking for out of court settlement. Just imagine. So if Uchemefo is a sabo, which I accepted, of course, for advising that IPOB, when IPOB was of the capacity or had the capacity to take over political control of Biafra land and specifically Igbo land, that it was time for IPOB to go into politics. If I am termed a saboteur by Nnamdi Kanu and his sycophantic, gullible rascals, then what is Nnamdi Kanu doing today? They are all coming back to my position. And I have advocated and have, under the platform of Igbo Biafra nationalists and the indigenous people of Igbo nation for self-determination, reviewed the Biafra struggle. And we have come to a position where it is that every Igbo, every former component nations of Biafra must go about their separate quest for self-determination. And that is just what it is, because of the unwillingness of the former component nations from the South-South region as it is today to admit or to commit fully to the restoration of Biafra. So without these people, or without even the Southeast, the Igbos, committing, there will never be the restoration of Biafra of 1967 to 1970. And that is why we have consistently stated that Biafra of 1967 to 1970 is essentially dead because it is not possible. It can no longer be restored in its original form. We then therefore recalibrated and advanced further that Biafra restoration, and which is to say that each component nation should advance their economic, political, and social development in their own right and at their own pace. For us, it is about Igbo Biafra nationalism, which is for the emancipation of an Igbo nation state, otherwise called an Igbo or Biafra as the case may be. But we have restructured this, and we have made emphatic statement that at the end of the day, anybody intent on Biafra self-determination must follow what we have put across. And they despised us, they called us names. But today, all of them are making U-turns, including the Supreme Lion Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody's now talking about Southeast. We made bold and weathered all storms to make emphatic statements and embarked on important step and process of reviewing and doing some kind of appraisal on the journey on the Biafra restoration so far. Because we argue that if Biafra restoration is a business that has stayed for more than 50 years, it is time for it to be reviewed. We need to know whether we are going forward or whether we are going backwards. And we have actually redefined that struggle and redirected it. What have we done? What crime have we committed? The same people that are calling us names today are all coming back. They are all copying our proposal. The good thing is that all these proposals are on paper. All these proposals are in print media, so that nobody will come tomorrow and begin to claim. The same person they call a saboteur is the one that has given them the direction. That is why we maintain that UCHMF4, by the special grace of God, is a phenomenon. We are strategists, and nobody can take it from us. Everybody should do what they are good at. We are not here to be talking, and talking, making bogus claims. We can only do what we can, what we have capacity to actually embark upon. We are on the platform of Igbo Biafra nationalists and the indigenous people of Igbo nation for self-determination. That is where we are. If you want to know about us, go to our website, ipins.org, and you will see all our proposals that all these people are copying today. IPONC is copying it. All these people that have been copying, calling us names, they are now talking about Southeast, creation of more states in the Southeast and all that. It was us that boldly and confidently came out to begin to talk about the real issues that are affecting our people, which is the marginalization of the Igbo Biafra region, the Southeast, essentially, in Nigeria. And we have made several pronouncements, and we have made several contacts. And we want to use this opportunity to appreciate, even though they have not come too far, gone too far. Ohaneze Ndigbo, under the leadership of Chief Iwuanyanwu, they have adopted our proposal. The Southeast politicians are also adopting our proposal, and they are making progress. And we want to, of course, appreciate Ugo Chinyere, House of Rep member, Honorable Ugo Chinyere, and Senator Ned Nwoko for at least doing what we have been asking our politicians to do for years. Some of our politicians, especially those from Anambra, two of them cannot deny that we have approached them to ask them to sponsor bills on creation of states. And so far, this is a bait that we have thrown to the Nigerian state. If the Nigerian state does not create more states in the Southeast to bring it at pair with majority of the states, regions in Nigeria, then we will be forced to initiate other um, processes that will democratically challenge the foundation of Nigeria. We have made proposals which have not been implemented upon, though Chief Iwanya Mohanezendibo has hinted on it. We want the Southeast politicians, political representatives, to, through the Attorney General, offices of the Attorney General of the states, initiate robust legal action against the Nigerian state on the marginalization of the Southeast, on the appetite policy that they are running against the Southeast. But so far, this creation of state is one of the major issues that we have at hand because therein lies the marginalization, the oppression, the subjugation of the Southeast, the Igbos essentially. And so this is what we have done in a nutshell. And I want to end this broadcast here and I will come back with a second segment of it. My name remains Uchemefo. You cannot stop me. It's as simple as that. Ihe mụnwa na-ekwu bụ nke onye metalụ ya bụrụ, nke uche mefọ metalụ ya bụrụ, ma si ebunyela m nke onye ọzọ. That is where I am. Onye ma na-ese okwu. Ịghọtago? So ana m asị nke onye chi ya zere. Nwa mmụọ emegbu na nwa mmadụ, nwa mmadụ emegbu na nwa mmụọ. Ịghọtago? Ofeke na-efe aka, ofekata ofe na-ama nne ya. Ọ ihe ndị anyị kpọ nke IPOB na ha eme. I told you we are the pillars that held IPOB together. By our exit, everything is crumbling. And on top of it, you people went into criminality, slaughtering innocent Igbo Biafran sons and daughters. And we cost you that you shall continue to disintegrate into criminal gangs after fighting and destroying yourself by yourself. And so shall it be. Abomination remains abomination. Thank you very much.